Supreme Court siding with Jefferson County Public Schools in that controversial property tax hike.
WDRB Stefan Johnson explains why the decision gives JCPS instant access to millions of dollars. Stefan?
Well, guys, this tax increase was approved by the Board of Education in 2020, but there was also a challenge. And while the case has worked its way through the court system, JCPS has collected 2 years of property taxes at that higher rate.
All I can say really is what a great day this is for the children of this community.
Thursday morning, JCPS Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio was in a celebratory mood.
And the impact that we can have on our kids is monumental as a result of this.
This week, the Kentucky Supreme Court sided with JCPS in a controversial property tax increase, which provides an instant financial boost for the district.
We have $74.5 million that is held in escrow right now that we've been holding in escrow in case we did not win this appeal.
It has been 2 years since the Board of Education approved a 7-cent increase, but it was met with opposition.
There was a group called No JCPS Tax Hike that organized a petition drive over the summer and gathered tens of thousands of signatures.
WDRB's education reporter Kevin Wheatley says the No JCPS Tax Hike group created a petition asking that voters have the final say.
Of course, they didn't want a higher property tax bill, and they wanted to take this issue to voters, thinking that this would ultimately fail once it hit the ballot.
But instead, the state's high court found discrepancies in some of the petitions and sided with JCPS.
The Sheriff's Department is the one who collects the property taxes for JCPS.
While the case has worked its way through the legal system, JCPS has collected 2 years' worth of property taxes at the higher rate, which produced the $74.5 million in escrow Dr. Polio mentioned.
But now we have that ability to spend those funds on students into our budget right now.
Dr. Polio says there's not enough funding from the state to meet the needs of the district and explains how the surplus will be spent.
And we will be spending that on resourcing our high poverty schools, on our facilities, on our choice zone students, on extending learning time, the things that we are committed to doing here in JCPS.
The tax hike is expected to generate more than $50 million in additional revenue each year. This afternoon, the group No JCPS Tax Hike released a statement saying in part they're disappointed by the decision, but they also believe they made progress in challenging this tax hike. In downtown Louisville, I'm Stefan Johnson, WDRB News.